thoughts of leaving, when thoughts get thrown around, but we keep going on believing, and on till we're all cried out, 'cause we don't feel like throwing it all away. We don't feel like it.
Okay, so we're back. So what we're looking for here is that make sure everything's still cool with the white on the bottom, right? So you have let's say the white on top, red facing you, green on the left, blue on the right, orange in the back, and we left it off with these headlights, these red headlights facing you in the correct pieces, correct positions, correct orientations, and same thing with the oranges. Okay, so what I did was I scrambled the cube up a little bit more where this pieces needs to be placed correctly, or we need the correct piece here, we need the correct pieces here, the correct piece here, the correct pieces here. So the way we're going to do this is, okay, so we're going to start off with these blues. Okay, we're going to place these blues right here, okay, and we're going to have a two-prong effect here where not only are these blues are going to be correct, but we're going to liberate these greens from here and put it back up here so that we can place them in their correct positions. Okay, so basically we're knocking these greens out of position. So, okay, keep it where, hold on to the cube, keep these blues just to the left, okay, so of where it cuts, okay, because we're going to treat this just like a 3x3 now, okay, and we're going to use the standard edge placing algorithm, okay, so just keep it just to the left of where it cuts, okay, and just go U, R, UI, RI, UI, FI, U, and F. Okay, and these pieces are placed correctly. And what it did was it knocked these green pieces out of position so that we can actually place them over here. Okay, right there. So let's go ahead and do that. Just keep it, keep the greens right where it cuts. Okay, just to the left of where it cuts, and just do the same thing. U, R, UI, RI, UI, FI, U, and F. Okay, now these pieces are placed in their correct positions, correct orientations. Perfect. So let's place this red piece right here. We can do it the exact same way. Okay, we can keep it just to the left of where it cuts. Okay, or if you want, you can keep it just to the right of where it cuts and just do the same algorithm but the other way. All right, so let's do that. UI, FI, U, F, U, R, UI, FI. Okay. For me, it's a little bit harder to say it, than whatever, but it's, it gets the same thing, it's the same thing, same results. Let's take this and put it right here. This time we'll keep it to the right, and U, R, UI, RI, UI, FI, U, and F. Okay, great. Okay, so that's how we place the second layer. Okay, so actually let's start this off just like this, I suppose. I guess what we're looking to do here is you want to understand that you want to get and you want to ignore everything else. There's only 4 pieces that you're concentrating on. Okay, this piece right here. Well, when I say this piece or this piece, I mean this one and this one, because they're actually physically connected to one another. Okay, so this is one piece right here. So this piece here, okay, 1, 2, this piece here, and this piece here. Okay, and how do I know which pieces those are? Well, they're the edge pieces. Okay, so this is an edge piece, this is an edge piece, this is an edge piece, and same thing with this one. And we want to get these edge pieces flat. All right, so the way that we're going to do this is the FURUIRIFI algorithm. The same algorithm we've been doing for years now, but it's going to look slightly different. Okay, so you have to determine what's going to be your F and what's going to be your R. Okay, because you can't have this as your F and your R. Okay, this is going to be your F and this is going to be your R. Okay, so a lot of people get confused on that, but just hold it just like this, where the F is actually facing you. Okay, F is for face, right? Have it this time, have the face facing you. Okay, so remember, the point here is we want to get this piece and this piece to lie flat, just like this piece and this piece are lying flat. Okay, so we're going to go, well, first you're going to hold on to the cube as best as you can. Get all your fingers on there, right? F, U, R, UI, RI, and FI. Okay, so let's do this again, because we still have to get these pieces flat, right? So let's just go F, U, R, UI, RI, and FI. Okay, so now that all these pieces are flat, these are flat, these are flat, these are flat, and these are flat, we need to cover something. And basically what I'm looking to do here, just bear with me. Okay, so let's just say that the cube had ended up with like something like this, where you had this one's flat, okay, this one's flat, and this one's flat. Now, how do I know which ones I'm looking at here? Well, if you kind of line it up, you're going to see that this is an edge piece right here. Okay, this is an edge piece. That's an edge piece. Okay, this is an edge piece, and of course that's going to be an edge piece as well, this one right here. But in this case, we have 1, 2, 3 edge pieces that are flat and 1 that is not flat. And just like in other cubes, like what was it, that barrel cube video, the reason why this one piece is sticking up is because you need to either rotate this piece or this piece or this piece or this piece. It doesn't matter. Just pick any piece. It does not matter, and rotate it. Okay, so basically what I want to do is I want to take this piece right here and flip it. Okay, and the way that we're going to do that, and by flipping that piece, will allow this piece to rotate, so that's laying down like it's it's flat, it's flush. So what we're going to do is we're going to knock this piece out of position. Okay, so like I said, you can use this one, this one, this one, or that one in the back. It doesn't matter. Just use your standard edge placing algorithm just to knock it out of the way. We'll knock it out of the way with this. We're just going to go U, R, UI, RI, UI, FI, U, and F. Okay, so now that we knocked that piece out of position, it's back here. Okay, we're going to rotate this back. Okay, keep it to your left. Okay, because if you started from your left, just continue with the left. If you did it from the right, then continue doing it from the right. Okay, but we did it from the left, so we're going to continue with the left. And basically what we're doing is we're going to finish flipping this piece into, we're going to rotate it into this position. So again, standard edge placing algorithm, U, R, UI, RI, UI, FI, U, and F. Okay. And now you'll see that all these pieces are laying flush. Okay, great. Whew. Okay, so from this section right here, we're going to try and get all these pieces into their correct positions and orientations. So I have no idea if this is correct right here. Okay, it could be. It could be that this one's the one that's correct, or let's just say that this one's the one that's correct, or maybe it's this one that's the one that's correct. Maybe they're all wrong. I have no idea. You have to take a guess. Okay, I'm just going to say that I think that this is the one that's correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm under the assumption that this one is correct. All right, it's an educated guess. Just, you got to take a stab in the dark somewhere. And we're going to try to rotate these pieces into their correct positions. Okay, so whichever one you choose, okay, keep it either here, or maybe you thought this one was correct. Okay, let's just say that this is the one that's correct. Okay, whatever the one that you think is correct, let's keep that just to our left. Okay, because we're gonna call this our R. Okay, right here we're gonna say that this is R now. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the soon algorithm, which is R, U, RI, U, R, 2U, and you've done that 2U when all this lines up, and RI. Okay, this one remained the same, but this one, and this one rotated. Okay, so that remained the same, right? This one rotated in its correct position, correct orientation. However, on the reds, this one and this one are in their correct positions, but the wrong orientations. So that tells me that this is not the correct one to start off with. Okay, so let's abandon this right here. We're not going to do it with this one, right? Because it's already in its correct position, correct orientate, or, correct position, correct orientation, but these two are wrong. So it can't be this one, and it can't be this one that's going to be the correct starting point. So let's just say that it's this one, all right? But we're going to bring it into a correct starting point, okay? So where it's actually flush, okay? So we just chose a red. I could have just as easily chose this one, okay? And if I did, I would have started from here, okay? But I didn't. I chose this one, so I'll start from here, right? Now I'm going to do the soon algorithm again. I'll just go R, U, RI, U, R, 2U, RI. Okay, that one remained the same, but this one, and this one rotated. Okay, but they didn't rotate into correct positions. So you have to do this again. Just keep doing it, and to see where these fall into positions. Okay, because if the other red, which is over here, lines up over here, and then these two are correct, well then that's it. So let's do this again. R, U, RI, U, R, 2U, RI. Okay, so this one remained the same. This red fell into its correct position. And let's take a look at these oranges. Well, of course, this orange fell into its correct position and orientation, and so did this one. So guess what? You did it. Okay, that's it. If it didn't work out, then choose another one. Choose the other red, right? And then, keep that to your right, or, to your left, and then, cut it from your right and do this soon, right? Just keep messing with that. And then, of course, eventually you're going to get all these flat, and then you're going to get them all to their correct positions and orientations. Okay, let's finish off this cube. Okay, so the last thing we were looking at is this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. Okay, so the first thing you want to see is, are any of them in their correct positions or orientations? That is not in its correct position. Obviously, it does not fit here. The white red belongs over here. Okay, this yellow red belongs over here. This yellow blue belongs over here, and this yellow green belongs over here. But this one is in its correct position. It's not in its correct orientation, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to keep it is correct. Okay. Now you could have it where none of them are in their correct positions or orientations, and that's not a big deal either. You're just going to do the same exact algorithm. You just start from any point. Okay, so if if none of them are correct, start from any point. Just choose any one of them and assume that it's correct. Okay, and you'll get one that's correct, and then you'll be caught up to where I'm at right now. But you're going to be doing the exact same algorithm that I'm going to show you right now. Just choose any wrong one. Okay, if none of them are correct, choose any wrong one. Do the exact same algorithm that I'm going to do right now. You'll get one that's correct, and then you have to, you'll be at the starting point where I'm at right now. Okay, so this one is correct. This one, and this one are wrong. Okay, this is the exact same algorithm we've been doing for years. Okay, but at this point, we need to understand, what's going to be your R, what's going to be your L. Okay, so all right, so obviously this is going to be the U. Okay, and I think this is probably going to be the hardest part is, you need to understand that sometimes, that this can be an F if you need it to be, or sometimes it can be the R if you need it to be, but it can't be both. Okay, so it can't be that front face and the right side. You need, it's going to be one or the other, right? So, and that's up to you to determine what it's going to be. So we know that this is obviously going to be the U. Okay, so we're going to keep this to our right. Okay, and we're going to say that this is the U. We're going to say that this is the R, and this is going to be the L. Okay, so let's keep the one that's correct to your right, and we're going to go U, R, UI, LI, U, RI, UI, and L. Okay, and what that did was it rotated this piece, and this piece. It will allow this piece to remain the same. And of course, these pieces and these edge pieces have been unaffected. Okay, but of course we're going to need to do this again because they haven't finished rotating into their correct positions. Okay, that's blue, and that's obviously doesn't fit at all, and obviously that belongs over here. So let's do this again. U, R, UI, LI, U, RI, UI, and L. Okay, so again, this piece remained the same, right? And this piece, and this piece rotated. This piece rotated into its correct position, right? Green to green. This piece rotated into its correct position, red to red. And this piece rotated into its correct position, and it rotated into its correct orientation, okay? Which just by luck, right? So that's how you get these pieces into their correct positions. Let's go ahead and get these pieces into their correct orientations. So let's start. And anytime a piece is not in its correct orientation, we're going to call it an affected piece, okay? Because we need to affect this piece, we need to affect this piece, and we need to affect this piece. Basically, what I'm saying is you need to rotate those pieces. This piece is going to be unaffected, okay, because it's already rotated. The way that we're going to affect these pieces or rotate them or get them into the correct orientation is to do RIDIRD. the exact same algorithm that I've been teaching you for years. Okay, so in this case, you need to start understanding that your spatial orientation skills are going to come into play pretty heavily here. Okay, so, and this is where you really want your cube stabilization, right? We're going to start with this piece. We'll move on to this one, and then we'll move on to this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go RI. I'm going to hold on to this cube very well now. DI, R, D. Again, RI, DI, R, D. Okay, don't freak out. Just take the next affected piece and rotate that into position. Okay, let's rotate this one. RI, DI, R, D, RI, DI, R, D. Okay, let's take the next affected piece, which is this one, and excuse me. And let's rotate this one into its correct position or orientation. RI, DI, R, D, and one more time. RI, DI, R, and D. And all I gotta do is turn that, or whatever you need to turn to get it all fixed up. Okay, so that's how we solve the case cube. So remember, white on top, red facing you, green on the left, blue on the right, orange on the back, and of course yellow on the bottom. Okay, that's it. We'll see you next time on Bearded Cubing 101. Bye.